Welcome to another episode of our trio. Our first topic is Nathan Bedford Forrest. Then our second topic is Mount Rushmore. Then our third topic is boys can be princesses too. Our trio, let's go!
Do it, 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 do it.
Nathan Bedford Forrest. Tennessee lawmakers finally calls for Nathan Bedford Forrest bust to be removed. After all this time, December the 17th, 2019. He had multiple statues throughout Tennessee. Now you might be asking, who is this guy? Who am I talking about? Why is it so important for his statues and monuments to be removed? Nathan Bedford Forrest. He was a Confederate cavalry leader, and he was the founder of the Ku Klux Klan in Tennessee. This is why it's so important that they get rid of this man statues and monuments. It's a lot of good people they can choose to immortalize other than him. Now, I don't believe he should be erased from history because we need our kids to know America history. But this man shouldn't have no statues and no busts. The leader of the KKK, and they immortalized him in Tennessee. Mount Rushmore. What does Mount Rushmore mean to Native Americans? It means that the big faces are telling lies. First, European Americans signed a treaty with Indians, basically saying that the Indians can keep Black Hills in exchange for all of Dakota, Wyoming, and Montana. Then the European Americans find out there was gold on the land. Then they reneged on their treaty and took all the land back. And of course it was more European Americans than it were Indians, so they stood no chance. So they just got their land taken. Indians believed that Black Hills was a sacred place, the dwelling place of your spirits. Mount Rushmore is just like Thanksgiving. It celebrates that they took the Indians' land. When you ask a Native American what does Mount Rushmore means to you, most of them will say it represent that the European Americans saying we are conquerors. And what can you do about it? It's more of us than it is you. My next topic is boys can be princesses too. Now I try to reach out to the organization. Of course they didn't want to take an interview with me. I don't know, they just don't want to talk about it, or it's because I'm just a small YouTuber right now. You know, I'm not a CNN or a Fox. But whatever the reason, they didn't want to talk to me. So I went to their Instagram page and just inboxed a few of the people that follow them and asked them, do they want to talk? Most of them, you know, didn't have anything to say. They was too busy for an interview, but you know that's a lie. They just, you know, were trying to avoid talking about it. But I had one woman that was brave enough to talk about it, and she gonna give you her take on it. And then I have a few friends that gonna give you their take on it.
Hi, my name's Tori. I'm 18.
I seen you support the boys can be princesses too. Can you kind of give me your take on that, of why you feel that's okay?
I feel that it's okay because kids should be allowed to be whoever they want to be as long as they're not hurting anybody. And I know a lot of people who, because they can't be themselves, they're depressed and they've tried to take their lives, and that's not okay.
So do you feel that maybe it's too young for a kid that young to be dressed as a princess?
I don't think it's too young because, I mean, even as little kids, you know what you want. And, I mean, if my little sister was to come up to me and be like, I want to dress like this because I think it's cool, I would never tell her like not to, because I think even as a young kid you know what you like and kind of who you are, and so if that's how you want to dress, I think you should.
So a lot of people believe that the government push a agenda to demasculize the black man to make him more effeminate and gay. How do you feel about that?
I don't believe that. I think that masculinity and femininity go hand in hand. I think it's almost more masculine if you do whatever you want, even though it could be deemed like too feminine, you know?
Okay. So for it's some people just trying to understand what are they goal. Do you think it's just to trying to help people be more comfortable with themselves, or do they have a deeper agenda to what they trying to push with this?
I think they're just trying to help people be more comfortable, especially in today's society. People are so angry and so hateful. So I think right now it's really needed because they're just trying to show that, like, hey, you can do this and it's okay and we're not going to judge you. And this is who you are and it's not a problem.
What's your opinion on the boys can be princesses too?
My honest opinion is like like shit. Growing up, we never, you know what I'm saying? We never had to go through no shit like that. Everybody just say no boys want to be princesses. I don't understand what kind of shit is that. What I look like taking my son to go take pictures. You know what I'm saying? Dressed up with a princess or as a princess or however you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't. I just feel like that ain't how things go. A lot of times nowadays they try and tell you to accept. You know what I'm saying? Accept yourself or how who they are, what they going. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I feel like if you teaching them, you know what I'm saying, this weird shit, then you know what I'm saying. That's what's making them like that. You know what I'm saying? You teach them that kind of weird shit. You putting them around that weird shit. So that's what's making it. You know what I'm saying? That's what's making it like that. Like that's what's making it. That's what's making them want to go that way, or you know what I'm saying, making them want to make them kind of decisions. Growing up, all we grew up around, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers putting footballs in our hand or basketball in our hand, you know what I'm saying? So you dealing with sports and this and that. Like my parents never, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all want to take pictures with a princess? You know what I'm saying? That's shit you let your daughters do. That's not no shit you bring your son around. Then they wonder why a lot of, you know what I'm saying, weird shit going on. They want to talk about how these rappers wearing dresses and shit and this and that. That's the kind of shit they trying to wean their kids into. You know what I'm saying? Allowing them to take pictures dressed up as princesses or with princesses and this and that. I just feel like this shit ain't right.